My thing with Diddy is, why is he trying to get in contact with witnesses? He gotta know they recording the calls, right?
My man, in order to you to think that you could get away with doing any kind of witness tampering in prison, you got to probably be one of the smartest, dumbest person because they tape everything, bruh. Don't you know when he was using those other people cards and they phone cards and everything like that, and they hear it, that person was like that. Hold up. That's supposed to be inmate 076. And Puff inmate number is 0666. Why is 0666 coming over on 0607? Why is Puff stuff coming over on his card? Hold up. Did he just say, take that, take that? Do I hear, bad boy, come out and play? They know his voice. And now for him to be giving people instructions to do things, like I say, he got to be one of the smartest dumb MS we know. So if they got him on there telling people to get in touch with people or tell people to stop, because evidently you got to realize this. We may not be doing this pretty soon. We may not be even talking about Puff. None of these YouTubers. Because of what? They trying to get a gag order on social media. They trying to get a gag order on social media that nobody should be discussing these cases or his case or anything about him. And that's crazy. I know the judge is not trying to stop people's freedom of speech, their constitutional right. How dare his lawyers with that bull crap? They're trying to get a gag order on social media. Anyone speaking on him. That's why, did you hear about that they had private investigators going to content creators? A few content creators and asked.
My thing with Diddy is, why is he trying to get in contact with witnesses? He got to know they were recording in cars, right? My man, in order for you to think that you could get away with doing any kind of witness tampering in prison, you got to probably be one of the smartest, dumbest people because they tape everything, bro. Don't you know when he was using those other people's cards and their phone calls and everything like that, and they hear it, the person was like, oh, that's supposed to be inmate 076, and Puff's inmate number is 0666.
To talk about Diddy? Are you paid to talk about, or did somebody give you money to do any kind of content regarding his cases or whatever like that? They got people that they hired to go out there and then told them that if you stop, we'll pay you. Mighty, they might, they might be coming to the art of dialogue, Mighty. They might be coming to y'all, man. You gonna take that hush money, huh?
Nah, man, nah, I'm good, man. But I am hearing that Diddy in good spirits.
Wow. I I didn't hear none of that, man. All I know is that, you know, the guards are being closely monitored. Because it was said that he was on a cell phone. And I don't think you could have a cell phone in the Brooklyn House of Detention, the Brooklyn or the Manhattan House of Detention. I don't think you could have a cell phone. And I heard that he had a cell phone. He made some calls to some people. So they're going to watch the guards closely because if you remember with the Epstein case, and check this out, those two guards that were supposed to be brought up on charges because they falsified records, you ain't heard nothing else about them. They retired in Florida. probably with millions of dollars. You ain't heard nothing else about those cases, bro. See, I believe if he gets out and enough people feel like him being a danger, because what happens is right now, the federal government is playing a game with him. They playing a game with him because they want him probably to be a witness or to turn over some evidence on some other people that they would like to have behind bars too. And you got to realize this. For him to do that, and if he does that, his life is more dangerous, in danger outside of jail than it is in. Because they can't do the same, they can't do the same Epstein move again. They can't do the same Epstein. You know, my friend told me that they put up.
Why is 0666 coming over on Z607? Why is Puff stuff coming over on his card? Hold up. Did he just say take that? Do I hear Bad Boy come out and play? They know his voice. And now for him to be giving people instructions to do things like, I say,
How you feel about the footage that went viral of Diddy water rafting in Wyoming? You know, when that went viral, man, that had a whole lot of people mad.
No, nobody should be mad. He should enjoy himself, brother, before he go to jail. Because he might not see those whitewater rafting again. He might not see none of this stuff. And people might think that, you know, I'll be happy to see that. I don't really care. I really, yo, bro, I really don't care. But he should enjoy himself before he get his just dessert. To be wherever those people gonna put him at once they prove their case.
So when you see those videos of him having fun, you don't feel a type of way.
Nah, I just see if I see him one day that I know for a fact he'll be behind bars. So it don't matter what he do now. Work out, you know, get your muscle game, get your knuckle game up. You understand? Do what you got to do, because behind those bars is a whole different life. It's a whole different thing.
Damn, you telling him to get his knuckle game up?
Yeah. To beat off the guys that he don't want him to beat on him. No Diddy. Listen here, man. When people know they about to go away, they're going to enjoy life the best they can. All the things that was on their bucket list, all the things that they know that they wanted to do, but may not have time to do it when they get out, or they might be too old when they get out, they go ahead and do them. So he's supposed to go out and have. Don't think he don't know. You pay those lawyers to know. Those lawyers know what he's going to beat, and those lawyers know what he ain't going to beat. So when you look at it, they already told him, yo, we might could beat this, but you're going to do time on this. We might could beat that right there, and you're going to do a little time for that. You max it up together. Let's see what we can get you. Let's see, can we get you 10, 15?
got to be one of the smartest dumb MSS we know. So if they got him on there telling people to get in touch with people or tell people to stop, because evidently you got to realise this, we may not be doing this pretty soon. We may not be even talking about Puff. None of these YouTubers, because of what they're trying to get a gag order on social media. They're trying to get a gag order on social media that nobody should be discussing these cases.
God.
You know, Cassie, her lawyer came out, man. She was mad too, man. Like when that video came out of him water rafting, yeah, man, she was heated about that, man. She came out with a statement.
Well, I think that this being in the men's shower in the prison system, the shower probably ain't as hard as that white water rafting is, but it'll be a lot of hard things in there that'll remind him of what he was doing on the outside. Bruh, dude has a right until he's been proven guilty to enjoy his life. You understand? Cassie got her 30 million. You know what I'm saying? Go enjoy your life, but it could never pay enough for what she probably went through or somebody putting their hands on them that they was doing and drugging them up and changing who they was. You understand? That happens in life. I've seen it in a lot of different cases. You understand? Girls will get with a certain guys and they drug them out. They put them out. You know, now she has still a chance to try to get some normalcy in her life and get those nightmares away. You understand? But this dude doing all that stuff like that, that just goes to show me that he knows he's going away, bro. That's all. Never seen him on a bike before then. You never seen him on a boat riding a whitewater rafting before then. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't doing none of that stuff until recently that we know of. He might be jumping out of parachute, jumping out of
or his case or anything about him, and that's crazy. I know the judge is not trying to stop people's freedom of speech. It's their constitutional right. How dare his lawyers with that bullcrap they're trying to get a gag order on social media? Anyone speaking on him? That's why you heard about that they had private investigators going to a few content creators and asking them should Diddy comes is facing one of the most turbulent moments of his life. Once synonymous with wealth, luxury, and power, he now finds himself trapped within the walls of the Metropolitan Detention Center, waiting for a trial that could change everything. Diddy's world has turned upside down. The court date is set for May 5th, 2025, but until then he remains locked up far from the glitz and glamour he once enjoyed. His legal team has been working tirelessly to secure his release on bail, proposing a staggering $50 million offer, yet former associates and federal prosecutors alike have raised critical concerns about what would happen if Diddy were allowed to walk free. Among those speaking out is John Deal, Diddy's former bodyguard, who believes that life outside prison could pose even greater dangers for the music mogul. John Deal has been no stranger to making bold claims about his ex-boss, having previously shared stories about Diddy's aggressive tendencies and controversial behavior. Deal's insights have often painted a picture of a man deeply entrenched in the darker side of fame. His most recent remarks, however, have taken the narrative to a new level, appearing in The Art of Dialogue. Deal expressed grave concerns about Diddy's safety. If he were released, according to him, the federal authorities might be using Diddy as a pawn to gather evidence against other powerful figures in the industry. If he gets out, Deal said, and enough people feel like he's a danger, because what happens is right now the federal government is playing a game with him. They probably want him to be a witness or turn over evidence on some other people they want behind bars. If he does that, his life is more in danger outside of jail than it is in, so they can catch celebs' private videos. Back to Denzel witnesses say, Denzel stormed out furious after seeing something that shocked him to the core. But what did he see that night? And why are rumors still swirling that he handed over the footage to the Fed that could bring down one of the biggest names in music now, before diving into that fateful night in 2003? It's essential to understand the worlds of Denzel Washington and Diddy comes to men who, while occupying the same Hollywood landscape, couldn't be more different in how they approached fame, fortune, and life. Denzel is the embodiment of what many would call a role model and actor who not only excels in his craft, but also lives by the same principles he portrays on screen.
Man, bro, like, me and him been outside together 15 years, but that's small. Bro, like, he the reason I'm alive right now. You feel me? Like, he don't really care about money like that. Like, he don't really care about a lot of them. As long as he got his jewelry, he got his cup, he got his gun, and we doing our thing, he cool.
Yeah, that's all you need in life.
So, you know, whenever I know I got a situation coming up and, you know, the risk of dying is high, dude got gonna make sure he there. That's what he like to do. Right. But anywhere I take my boy, I have to give him certain guidelines. On this particular day, I say, bro, I don't know what we're gonna see in here, but we get $2,500 apiece to keep these two models right here safe at this event. Don't get out of my eyesight. He said, Gordo, that's my nickname, Gordo. He said, Gordo, I love you, but I gotta go to the bathroom. I said, okay, bro, the bathroom over there, I think. So I'm over here dealing with them. Join up, and it's out. And he pointed it at somebody. He said, hey, man, everybody get on the ground. So now here I go. I gotta say, y'all stay right there. I come over here. 5 dudes in the bathroom. Everybody pants at their ankles. One dude even had no pants on at all. He even had no socks on. He getting extra crazy. I'm looking like, damn. Shout out Big Dugas.
Shout out Big Dugas.
Yeah.
Shout out Big Dugas. Damn.
That's the thing, bro. Like, bro, these, bro.
So, let's do it like this. Let me ask you.
Niggas would get mad at me. I wouldn't plug them with celebrities. And I say, look, bro, you don't know what you asking for. And when I see certain guys, I say, yeah, you definitely getting your cake stood. Because you too thirsty to go be up here. 5 in the morning? You want to be in the studio with all dudes? Everybody on ecstasy and cocaine? They sipping liquor? There's no females here? You the females, my boy.
Shit.
You the female. Oh no.
Now, Chris Columbus had a story that he told where he was laying down with his wife, and he got a phone call from Diddy like at 2 a.m. saying, "I'm at the hotel," and he's like, "Yeah, well, who that?"
Denzel's career is marked by his selective choice of roles, each reflecting a strong moral compass. Whether it's his powerful portrayal of Malcolm X or the morally conflicted anti-hero in Training Day off-screen. Denzel's commitment to faith, family, and maintaining a private life is well in a town full of temptations Denzel has always chosen. The road less traveled Diddy Combs, on the other hand, built his empire through a very different set of values, from running Bad Boy Records and being a key player in the hip-hop scene to branching out into fashion and other ventures. Diddy thrived in the world of excess parties. Fame and constant media attention were integral to his brand. And while Diddy admired Denzel, often calling him a role model for maintaining integrity in an industry built on temptation, his life choices reflected a different path. Now you might be wondering, if the relations between these two were so good, why would Denzel snitch on him? Well, this is because of what Denzel witnessed at that party. It was the summer of 2003, and Diddy's latest party was in full swing. The music was deafening, the drinks were flowing, and the air was thick with the scent of extravagance. Diddy's parties were legendary, a place where anything and everything could happen, and often did celebrities. Moguls and influencers gathered to celebrate excess, but that night, something was different. Denzel Washington was not one for these kinds of events. He wasn't the type to seek out the spotlight at wild parties, preferring instead the quiet company of close family and friends. But for whatever reason, perhaps out of respect for Diddy, he found himself there that night, in the midst of a scene that clashed with everything he stood for. As the night wore on, it became clear that the party had crossed a line. Even by Diddy's standard, rumors started swirling that the usual chaos had turned darker. And Denzel, ever the man of strong principles, couldn't think about that.
A Hollywood trainer was talking to me to force me to go and apologize.
For a moment, Deal isn't just talking about vague threats or minor risks. He's suggesting that if Diddy cooperates with the authorities, the retaliation from those he implicates could be swift and severe. This isn't just speculation. It's a chilling reminder of the kind of power dynamics at play when individuals at the top of the industry find themselves entangled in legal battles.
Come here. Come on, I'll give you a free ride. You do it again. Show this boy. Go ahead.
No,
The court filings argue that the $50 million bail proposal doesn't adequately address these concerns. Even if Diddy were placed under 247 surveillance in a high-security apartment, the prosecutors believe that his release could still have serious repercussions. The question isn't just whether Diddy can be trusted to follow the terms of his bail. It's whether the system can effectively manage the broader consequences of letting him out a recent turn of events. Oprah garnered attention as Denzel Washington addressed and brought to light her purported reprehensible actions. Denzel delved into a range of allegations. Oprah appears to be someone unwilling to passively witness the unfolding events. Currently, it seems she is countering Denzel, possibly with a hint of intimidation reminiscent of her actions in the past. Amidst these accusations, certain Twitter users began asserting that Oprah's residence in Boca Raton, Florida, had been raided in connection to a global trafficking ring. Supporters of this claim cited Oprah's adding to this alarming rumor. Twitter posts propagated the idea that Oprah had been apprehended. Under suspicion of participation, however, the seemingly bizarre nature of this assertion is due to its lack of truth. Obviously, these rumors are beyond ridiculous, but Oprah felt the need to clear the air anyway. Just got a phone call that my name is trending and being trolled for some awful fake thing. It's not true, she wrote on Twitter, haven't been raided or arrested, just sanitizing and self-distancing with the rest of the world. Stay safe, everybody. The enigmatic nature of Hollywood is as intriguing as a magician's hat filled with peculiarities and concealed treasures, from glamorous parties to occasional scandals involving A-listers and the persistent efforts to discreetly handle certain film projects. It's evident that the entertainment industry harbors more secrets than a hidden treasure map. And of course, one cannot overlook the nuanced skill of artist management, akin to the challenging task of herding cats in the world. Furthermore, it's no secret that celebrities sometimes engage in light-hearted banter about what their fellow actors consider the iconic Mel Gibson and the everlasting Christopher Walken. For example, Christopher Walken has undoubtedly been a formidable presence in Hollywood, captivating audiences with his distinctive style and adaptability from eccentric quirks to a diverse range of authentic character portrayals across various film genres. He has stood as an entertainment powerhouse's unwavering impact on both the silver screen and television has etched an unforgettable place in the hearts of fans.
With a voice that could command a room, a face that could launch 1,000 ships, and an expression so serious it could turn milk sour.
Put a bounty on you?
Yeah, that's been a recurring theme. What one right now too,
Damn. What's the going rate right now?
Well, I'll send you a video.
Damn, okay. Shit.
In this situation, they have 50 on me.
Oh, shit.
I'm like, damn.
50 ball. Yeah, damn. That's a nigga. What?
They have 50 on me. They have 50 on me, bro.
And if you don't mind, while you put that up, can you speak on why? I mean, I know you about to send it, but for what reason? Is it something you said, something you done, a female you protected? Maybe it went too far.
Right. So like I referenced earlier, like my main business model is protecting females who got the proper resources. So these guys had hold on, you can see some strippers or something, bro. Trying to get interested. Oh, okay, there we go. Boom, boom, boom. All right, Joker, coming to you right now. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, so this is what you did to the young man.
Yeah. So that's when I had 50 on me. Yeah, I had to shoot through the door. And like the dude who said call 911, he got hit in the neck, hit an artery, shot blood all through the ceiling on the porch, everywhere. Oh, let me get it right.
Christopher Walken had that spooky presence that made Hollywood sit up and take for note the judge overseeing the case. Aaron Submanum has yet to make a final decision. However, as Thanksgiving approaches, the pressure is mounting on all sides. And I do not wish it for anyone.
Do you think it's true when people say, oh, Diddy will never be fully exposed because there's too many huge names involved in the mix?
Oh, I agree.
Mm.
That don't matter. We get enough of them.
Will he make it out alive, Jack?
There's a young woman by the name of Andrea right now doing interviews, suggesting that she was tipped off by someone with inside the feds who said they saw her on some of the evidence seized. They said she was sedated, and they said she was being essayed by multiple men at the same time, which we know is called a train. And she tried to elude that allegedly our 47th president-elect was involved somehow. Do I know if that's true or not? I do not know. But I tell you what I do know.
Jack, it's you almost was like almost. I don't know how you know this stuff, but you be knowing the future. You just like know everything. Where does this Diddy trial go? Like, what happens? Can you tell us what you
It's
think?
a RICO. Endorsed Kamala Harris have now become clear enemies of the Trump administration. Ain't nobody getting no pardon. Diddy about to get some company. And with Trump's new agenda to shut down government funded trans, now that he's shutting all that down and reinstilling, going back to just the recognition of two genders. A lot of the people that was endorsing Kamala.
But for myself, Denzel's supporters argue that the bail package is more than sufficient, emphasizing his willingness to cooperate with any conditions imposed by the court. Critics, on the other hand, see his potential release as a ticking time bomb. Eyewitnesses reported that Denzel saw something that directly challenged his moral code, according to multiple sources. Denzel confirmed fronted Diddy in front of everyone, shouting, "You don't respect anyone." His anger was palpable, a far cry from the cool, calm demeanor he was known for. Whatever he witnessed at that party had shaken him to his core. After the confrontation, Denzel stormed out, leaving with his wife Peta and refusing to look back. But what exactly did Denzel witness that night? Was it just the over-the-top atmosphere that rubbed him the wrong way? Or was there something more sinister at play? Could it have been tied to the very behaviors that would later emerge as part of Diddy's ongoing legal battles? Some insiders believe Denzel may have seen firsthand the manipulation and coercion that have now become the subject of federal investigations. Whatever it was enough to make Denzel man known for his integrity and publicly lose his temper. This wasn't just an argument about egos or a clash of personalities. Those who were there claimed that Denzel's explosion may have been a sign of something far darker, brewing under the surface, something that would only come to light years later. As Diddy's legal troubles mounted in recent years, rumors began to circulate about Denzel's role in the unfolding drama. Some speculated that Denzel had captured footage from the iconic night that could potentially bring down one of Hollywood's most powerful figures. Did Denzel really hand over evidence to the authorities, or is it all just speculation? To be clear, there's no concrete proof that any footage exists, and no credible sources have confirmed it, but the rumors persist largely because of who Denzel is. A man known for his principle and unwillingness to stand by in the face of wrongdoing while no tapes or videos have surfaced. The mere possibility that Denzel might hold the key to unraveling Diddy's empire has kept people guessing whether the footage exists or not. One thing is clear, Denzel's actions that night weren't just about making a scene. His confrontation with Diddy, his abrupt departure, and his refusal to engage in the world of excess were all signs that he saw something deeply wrong. Could it be that Denzel, in his quiet yet powerful way,
I think it needs to be a harsh penalty because, people are doing any and everything to be relevant. Even at the expense of others' reputations and livelihoods. And that's just not fair. You can really damage someone financially. You can even drive them to suicide because the world is an evil place now. So I feel like if you do something like that, I feel like harsh consequences should take place. I really believe that.
Lab, let me get your thoughts on that, because I know we've even had conversations when you've been in studio where, people are on your social media saying things and, they see one thing and they run with it. What are your thoughts? Do you think there needs to be a real penalty for people that spread misinformation?
100%, especially when you say and spread things that potentially could damage people's brand. Mm-hmm. Because the thing about the internet is once it's out there, it's out there. And there's no way of pulling it back now. Back in the days, a newspaper could retract the story and you never saw or heard that story again. But once somebody posts something on the internet, y'all know, we know people screenshot it, other people repost it. Mm-hmm. And so it will live on forever. And then some Steve said, the mental piece of it. Mm-hmm. Justin Bieber had a whole mental breakdown.
Yep, several.
About how the industry was treating him and all this stuff right here. Clicks and the views and they don't care about the fallout and the ramifications for this. So I think hell yeah, there should be stiff penalties. If this tape is released and they can prove who released this tape, they need to go to jail. And Justin Bieber does something to himself, I think they need to go to jail for that.
Held accountable. And I want to add this too, Symphony. I also found out that when they found that baby oil and stuff, I think Smart Ass University shirt was found as well. I just wanted to put that out there.
Lab, let me ask you this, because Lab, like I said, we've had those conversations in studio where, and what I really love and appreciate, you always do your research. Every time we talk about a topic, you're like, hey, that's cool, that's an opinion, that's something that you heard from another celebrity or another source, but it's not credit, and you're always going to find that source. I think information like this can be so detrimental to our community, right? Because you have older people.
Was one of the first to call out behaviors that are now part of Diddy's legal downfall. So, what do you think Denzel made? In the meantime, the public is left to speculate about what might come next if Deal's warnings hold any weight. Diddy's time behind bars might actually be the safest option for him right now. It's a paradoxical situation. A man accustomed to controlling his destiny now finds himself at the mercy of forces far beyond his control. Next voice. What makes this story even more gripping is the broader context of Diddy's influence and the allegations against him. For decades, he has been a towering figure.
Terrific actor, and you've portrayed many types of people, but you clearly you like to play an evil character, don't you?
Well, sure, I like to.
In the music industry, shaping the careers of countless artists and amassing a fortune along the way. If Diddy were to cooperate with the authorities, the implications could be far-reaching. He could potentially expose a network of criminal activities involving other high-profile figures. What caused Deal's concerns about retaliation are not unfounded. The entertainment industry has long been a world where loyalty and silence are valued. Above all else, breaking that code can have devastating consequences, both personally and professionally. The roles he took on Walking specialized in playing characters that were so intense they'd send shivers down your spine faster than a roller coaster. It's no surprise that when fellow celebrities watched him regularly and don the cloak of such serious and scary roles, they couldn't help but associate him with those characters. Some might say that people were more scared of Walking off screen than on, just like the case with Dennis Vu. Once Patrice Vermette, the production designer of Dune 2, also stated in an interview that the Deer Hunter actor's casting as the film's villain was an easy choice, calling it a no-brainer because of the general image he possessed in the industry. Speaking of villains,
have a lot of 3D special effects, but they do operate on a higher level.
The movie will finally introduce the PSA, Emperor Shaddam Thor in the flesh, and Villeneuve made it clear that casting Christopher Walken in the role was a no-brainer because there's something about that man that commands respect. For Wan's bone-chilling aura even managed to give the charismatic Mel Gibson a serious case of the heebie-jeebies during their first encounter. This peculiar meeting from the annals of Hollywood history resurfaced in a vintage 1998 interview where Mel Gibson
put down exactly what happened. It's too hard to take. No, there have been a lot of obstacles thrown in the way. You know, there's a lot of
spilled the beads on his rather unsettling take on the movie industry. The interview went viral, setting the online community abuzz with wild conspiracy theories. In the wake of Gibson's comments, he acknowledged, "Oh no, Chris Walken is the Antichrist." You know, Gibson's comment about Walken was not right, because despite his looks and eerie aura, he is a legendary actor who has contributed to Hollywood with his captivating performances. Well, it appears that those who dared to speak about the legendary actor might have felt the icy winds of disapproval from some of Hollywood's elite. Recently, Mel Gibson has been toiling away on a rather controversial movie, and the latest buzz is quite the showstopper.
I'm Tony Busby. I'm a lawyer here in Houston. I'm licensed in Texas and in New York. As many of you know, our law firm has been at the forefront of some of the most important litigation in the United States. We like the tough cases. We thrive in the complicated cases. Conduct we will describe today occurred over more than 20 years, and we're going to follow this evidence wherever it takes us. We will find the silent accomplices. We will expose the enablers who enabled this conduct behind closed doors. We will pursue this matter, no matter who the evidence.
Can you imagine how many other famous people and big executives are probably involved in this?
These brave victims who have stepped forward deserve nothing less. The biggest secret in the entertainment industry that really wasn't a secret at all has finally been revealed. The wall of silence has now been broken and victims are coming forward. Our team has had at this point more than 3,285 individuals contact us, people claiming to have been victimized by Sean Combs. We now represent 120 individuals who intend to bring civil claims in civil court against Sean Diddy Combs.
So they said they vetted. That's what cut out right there, but they were vetted. 120 people.
Claims against many other individuals and entities that we will name as defendants as we file these individual cases. We also intend to make these individuals available to the authorities, specifically to the FBI. And you should also know a few of them have already been spoken to by the FBI. That being said, as stated, we are vetting every call that we receive. We have had to turn away some. For each, we ask for corroboration. For each, we ask for the identity of witnesses. We also have collected pictures, videos, texts, we check venues, we check dates. We want to corroborate that the claims being made have legitimacy and merit. We have on staff now a former detective from the Major Offenders Unit of Houston Police Department who is helping us vet each claim. We're using our common sense. We're being stringent because, as I said, these are not easy cases. They're very tough. The process is hard, and in some cases, the process is very lengthy. These cases are hard to prove. Many times, it's the victim's word against the alleged perpetrator. Each of these victims will no doubt be publicly attacked by the alleged perpetrators, and in some cases, the general public. The feckless and cowardly keyboard warriors love to attack. We know what we're up against.
Wait, is there anyone in support of Diddy? Is that a thing? Does Diddy actually have diehard fans that aren't like shitting on him right now? I've literally never.
Have been retained by 120 individuals at this point to pursue cases in civil court against Sean Diddy Combs. It is evenly divided between males and females. There are 60 males and 60 females who have joined us to pursue these claims as plaintiffs. In this group, 62% identify as African American, 30% are white, and the remainder are Hispanic or Asian. The victims are from more than 25 states. The majority are from California, New York, victims when the conduct occurred. It's shocking. Our youngest victim at the time of the occurrence was 9 years old. We have an individual who was 14 years old. We have one who was 15. 25 of the 120 individuals who are plaintiffs in these cases were minors at the time of the acts complained of.
This guy is a...
So, what happens next for Sean Diddy Combs? Will the court decide to grant him bail, despite the risks outlined by prosecutors and the warnings of his former bodyguard, or will he remain behind bars, facing the uncertainty of a trial that could redefine his legacy? Only time will tell, but one thing is certain, the stakes couldn't be higher.
Shout out to you for being alive still and not being afraid to talk. You gave me the strength to talk, because when I first got the strength to put my story out there, everybody was like, you can't say nothing. You gonna mess up your lawsuit. You gonna do this, you gonna do that. And I'm saying, well, I'm filing my lawsuit for justice. Like, it is about the money, so I can, set my son up and I can get into counseling and, do all the things I need to do because I can't work a job. I want to be financially straight. But besides all that, I want to work with Jaguar, right? I want to go around and speak at people, victims of, different things. I want to tell Jaguar, like in face-to-face, I get the opportunity. And man, thank you for speaking on me. That was funny, that comment you made about the pardon and all that. Like, I put it out there on purpose so he can't do that. That was the strategy of mine, because I talk about it now. If he try to do it, it's gonna look a certain way. So when you said that, like, he ain't going down with the dead, I'm like, yeah, see, my strategy is working.
Do you think Justin Bieber will eventually speak out about what happened? Because he looks
has
traumatized.
to. He has to. He has. He's a father now. You think he would take his kid over there? Even Usher said he wouldn't take his kid over there. So why you take Justin over there? Why? What did he promise you? What extra did he promise you for you to take that boy over there at the time, knowing what he was going to do to him? What did he promise you? And then did you receive it? Because you sold your soul when you did that. I don't know if you can get it back, Usher. What's that song you got out? Shit. Your confessions and burn. You gonna let it burn, all right.
A lot of people are
God
asking.
didn't like that. God did not like that from Usher, to take Justin over there. Because now it's nothing that Justin can ever do to get his innocence back in that way. He stole so much from him when he took him over there, knowing what was going to happen to him. He wrong for that. Hey, Justin, I want to work with you, though. If we can meet up. Like, I understand your pain. And my homegirl trying to get in contact with you because she was there with you in the room. So if you want to talk to her, she got you.
A lot of people are asking about the baby oil, if something was put
It's not
in it.
baby oil, y'all. That's liquid ketamine, horse relaxer, muscle relaxer. It's topical. You can rub it on you or you can ingest it. And all of a sudden you become a zombie. Like, your eyes are open, you're talking, but you're not there. The demons have jumped into your body and you're like a robot and they're just controlling you. You're doing, he can tell you to go kill somebody and you do it. If you're a heterosexual.
The word on the street is that the film has achieved a jaw-dropping milestone, breaking the $150 million barrier at the box office, and its meteoric rise seems far from running out of steam. What happens next for Sean Diddy comes, will the court decide to grant him bail despite the risks outlined by prosecutors and the warnings of his former bodyguard? Or will he remain behind bars, facing the uncertainty of a trial that could redefine his legacy? Only time will tell, but one thing is certain. The stakes couldn't be higher. Thaga is a stark reminder that no one is truly untouchable. No matter how high someone rises, the fall can be just as swift and far more devastating. As we watch this story unfold, it's impossible not to wonder about the ripple effects it could have on the entertainment industry and beyond. For now, all eyes are on Diddy, waiting to see what the next chapter of his life will bring.